Moody's garage will be underwater in a couple of days. Hey everybody, TacBishop here. I want to give you an update on what's going on. River peaking out at 29 feet, which is about 15 feet above normal. It's washed out the entire major intersection about a mile that way. Yeah, that's just a little bit of how my week started last week. I was going to put more of the flood damage in here, but as I looked through some of the videos and pictures, it didn't really make sense to me. What I was looking at is just trees, buildings, and water. Really hard to compare, so I didn't think it would really be interesting for you to look at. But if you want to look at it, you can go to Kinston, North Carolina, Matthew Hurricane. Plenty of pictures online. But this is just an update to kind of show you what I did and to let you know that I'm going to be redoing a lot of my videos. I've had a lot of comments on some of my older videos that I've done 2 and 3 and 4 years ago. People are asking in the comments, is this information still relevant to today? And so I'm going to start redoing some of those videos, getting a fresher, 2016 timestamp on them, so people will know that it is still relevant, and I may have to change some of the information in them at the same time. But I know when I look at videos, if it's 3 or 4 years old, I kind of just disregard. I don't really trust the information in it. So if videos start looking the same, that's what it is. Some of them are going to be the same redos. And also, getting back to the hurricane, this has been one of my most stressed out weeks ever. It wasn't so much the damage from the hurricane. The hurricane blew through Saturday last week, tonight's Sunday. This was 8 days ago when the hurricane came through Saturday night. Didn't even lose power. A lot of people did, but I didn't. And get up the next morning, and the way the hurricane went through, it was supposed to go back out to sea like they normally do. This one went straight up the coastline, dumping tons of water, which ran downhill. And our river in our town, the News River, feeds everything out from the capital to the coast, out to the ocean. And a 14-foot flood level here is our flood stage, 14 foot. The banks are 14 foot. We reached 29 and something, 29.8. So we were way over. Lots of businesses were flooded. Luckily, we didn't lose any birds. The only problem we're having now is there's so many roads, major highways flooded out, backwoods, country roads flooded out, that we're driving 280 miles sometime to get to a farm that's 7 miles down the road. We're going nearly to the capital now, driving around and coming back in back ways. And this area is such a low area anyway that when you go out, it's like in the Louisiana bayou or whatever they say, or maybe the Everglades, is constantly changing. You can go in this road, go deliver to your farm, and come back, and the road's completely covered in water all of a sudden. And bridges are going out, and roads are just decaying. We had one truck, I'll try to put that picture up right here. That truck drove through water that was standing in the road, and then the road's just not there anymore. That was in Seven Springs, about 10 miles from where I work. But it was really stressful. We were working, had to come back every time our 10-hour reset was over. I really couldn't switch off because it was, when you're constantly looking for washed out roads, roads overrun with water, bridges out, tree limbs hanging down, trees in the road. There was always something in the way, and you're constantly trying to feel your way out. You come to a road, you stop, nowhere to turn around. You got to back out, sometime a mile backwards at 5 miles an hour and in the dark, and it was just, like I said, it was just stressful. I'd wake up, come home, wake up 3 hours after I've been asleep, and all this stuff would flash back into my mind. I'd start worrying about it. I couldn't go back to sleep. and no sleep, and it was just horrible. But like I said, we didn't lose any birds, and we took on more birds to feed because some of the drivers couldn't show up, so we had to do all their work also. And the processing plant, which processes anywhere from 2 million to 2.5 million birds a day, they couldn't come in, so we had to feed those birds, which we should have killed and processed. Now that we got these giant chickens out there now eating even more feed, but we had to feed them still, and then we're unable to get to the farms, less truck drivers, more distances. It was just horrible, but the river's going down now. It's already dropped down 3 feet. A lot of the roads are opening up, so it's narrowing instead of doing this every time to get somewhere, we're able to do this now. We're still not able to go straight like we're supposed to, but hopefully it'll be back to normal by Wednesday or Thursday where we can get through some of these major roads. But I just thought I'd, update you on what's going on, and if you're interested, you can look, like I said, Kinston, North Carolina, Hurricane Matthew, right into Google. You can look at some of the pictures, but it won't make sense. Just what I put on at the beginning of the video with the bridge kind of lets you know where we were at. And hope y'all are having a good week. Hope you didn't have any damage in your area. If you don't live on the coast, you have no idea what a hurricane is. It's like it's like a tornado for 10 hours. Not quite that powerful, but it's like grabbing a bush. Just grab a bush and try to shake it out of the ground hard as you can, and just do it for 10 hours. That's what a hurricane looks like where I live. And then the flood waters afterwards, you look out there, it's just like now, it's just a nice sunny day today, 70 degrees outside, just nice, beautiful, no humidity weather. And you look out here, and you got 29 feet of water coming out of your river into your town. And there's a lot of people that don't even have homes today. It's up to here in their house. This is supposed to be a 500-year flood. Happens every 500 years. Will happen twice. Once in Hurricane Floyd in 1999, and now again 15 years later. It's supposed to be 500 years. People lost everything. But not to worry, there's so many volunteers here now that are tripping over each other, and money coming in from everywhere, and donations, and I hope everybody's able to get what they need out of this. Try to put them back to some kind of normalcy. If you can get that, you can't replace, you look at this stuff I got here, just all this is just sentimental junk that I like. I couldn't sell it for $15, but it's irreplaceable to me to be damaged with water, and they've experienced that. And just hundreds and thousands of people in this area, businesses, restaurants, this deep in water. Moody's garage I showed you at the beginning, that's about, the video I showed you in the beginning is probably 20 feet, and it's over the roof there now. That whole building I showed you, I said Moody's garage is underwater. Anyway, TacBishop.